Hey everybody, this is TJ Cofield. What you're looking at is my dorm room in Princeton, New Jersey. I would show you the rest of it. It's a little messy right now, so why don't we just stay in this nice, cleaner area right here. So here I am to tell you the story of my life. Why don't we start at the beginning? I was born on May 10th, 1986 in Lexington, South Carolina. My parents are Tommy and Janet Cofield, and I also have a younger sister named Caitlin Cofield. My parents are both very strong Christians and raised me to be a disciple of Christ right from birth. We were attending an Episcopalian church when I was born, and I was christened there when I was a baby. And then later, when I was about 4 years old, we made the move to Lexington Baptist Church in our hometown. And I was also baptized there as an 8-year-old. In fact, I've been baptized 3 times. Another time at my grandfather's church when I was also a baby. So I have all these different traditions kind of playing into my life, and I think God meant it that way. I think that's just who I'm supposed to be, just kind of a mix of all traditions, and I like it that way. But let's flash forward a little bit to middle school. When I was in middle school, I'm going to tell you the 3 things I cared about when I was about 13 or 14 years old. I cared about playing sports, I cared about girls, and I cared about being popular. Anything else other than that was really, really far in the background. And then when I was about 14 years old, I started asking myself some weird questions, or I thought they were weird at the time. They're really actually important questions to ask yourself. I started asking what my purpose was in life. What was I doing here on this earth? Am I just here to play baseball? Am I just here to try to be the cool kid? And even as a 14-year-old, I was starting to figure out that those aren't really reasons to live your life. That's not really what we're built to do. I really feel like this was the open door that God needed to communicate with me. A few months after this, I was attending a camp with my youth group at Lexington Baptist. And I had an experience where probably for the first time in my life, I really felt like God was trying to communicate with me. And while I didn't have the burning bush or anything miraculous, any great epiphany coming from the sky, I really felt like God was trying to tell me that I was built to serve Him. I was built to love Him. And that is where I would find joy. That's where I would find my fulfillment. And so that was, I've heard people call it different things, a conversion, salvation, call it what you like, but that is probably the beginning of my discipleship with Jesus Christ. Now let's fast forward a few years to when I was 16 years old. When I was 16, I was on a mission trip with my youth group. And we were having a few moments one night for just some reflection, just some prayer. And I started thinking about a conversation I had with a good friend about my faith and about what I believed about Jesus. And my thought was just, that is what I want to do with the rest of my life. I want to tell people about my faith in Christ. And that's really what I consider to be my first calling into vocational ministry. And that is taking me to where I am right now, Princeton Theological Seminary in New Jersey, of all places. I'm in my 2nd year here. I'll be here for 4 years getting my MDiv and a Master's of Youth and Young Adult Ministry. And my experience at Sea Salt has had a lot to do with that. I served 3 years in college on Sea Salt staff, and they were just 3 fantastic years. Just experienced God doing so much, not only through my life, but also in my life, and just growing me as His follower. And so if you're watching this and you're thinking about attending Sea Salt and you never have, I would definitely encourage you to do that. Now, let's talk about something from my life right now that I would want to share with everybody, something that I've been learning recently. I've really been learning to trust God's timing and God's plan. I'm a person who really likes my own timing and my own plan. Maybe you're someone like that yourself. I know a lot of us are. A lot of us, think we have things figured out, think we know when things are supposed to happen, know what's supposed to happen. My experience is that God has things a lot more figured out than I do. And I've just been experiencing God showing me so much and blessing me in so many ways when I allow Him to do that, when I'm not just running around frantically searching for meaning, and I just let Him take me where He wants to take me. So that's my encouragement. Trust God. God knows what God is doing. I like to think that being able to trust God completely and take trust out of ourselves and out of our own judgment is what faith is all about. And so with that thought, I will leave you. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a great day.